anybody who is anybody in the Democratic Party has begun to descend on Denver. Among them, of course, those former presidential hopefuls, the ones who wanted to take the podium on Thursday night, and they're now rallying behind Barack Obama. Earlier tonight, we caught up with presidential hopeful Congressman Dennis Kucinich of Ohio to hear his thoughts on Denver in '08. Congressman, obviously you're not having the role you might like at the convention, but what do the Democrats need to do over this week to win the West?
Well, we have to focus on the economy. I mean, whether it's the West, the North, the East, the South, this country is moving towards a recession. People are worried about their wages, their jobs, their homes, their ability to send their kids to school. They're worried about health care. We've got to address directly those economic issues, because I think that's not just the key to the election, but that's a key to restoring this country.
Specifically here in Colorado, a lot of the big questions right now are about energy drilling. Are we going to drill? Are we going to do oil shale? Where does the party need to come down? Do they need to allow drilling in ANWR? Do they need to allow offshore drilling in order to get that mainstream blue-collar vote?
Well, you got to realize something. I mean, oil's running the White House. All of our policies are being driven by oil. We're in Iraq for oil. We're threatening a war against Iran, and oil's at the base of that. We need to move towards a green economy, and you know what? Colorado is the center of it. Colorado has shown a prescience and ability to understand the connection between economic progress in the future and moving a transition towards sustainable energy. This state stands to have an economic boom if we can move towards sustainable energy, green energy, wind and solar in particular.
Okay, last question for you. Obviously, sort of the talk of the town right now, at least, this being 24 hours, 36 hours after the Joe Biden pick. How is the more liberal part of the party viewing the Biden pick? Well,
I've known Joe Biden since 1972, and he's a solid person. He's got a wealth of experience. I think that's why Barack Obama picked him. And I think he's going to be a good vice president. I think what we have to focus on as a party is the economics, because this isn't about left or right. It's about up or down. And so that's the speech I'm going to be giving from that podium on Tuesday night. I'm going to be talking about the economic issues, and they certainly relate to the West, because America's future is tied to the economy here. We have to show that a green economy can grow, and where it's growing right now is out West. And so I'm glad to be here in Colorado. As you remember, 4 years ago, I had 40% of the delegates from this state. I love this state. I feel like I'm at home again, and it's great to be with you here on Fox.
And all week long, we're going to bring you the very biggest names in politics as they come here and visit Denver. They'll both be in the skybox. And then, of course, we'll interview them down on the floor. And, Deborah, we want to send it back to you now. As we understand, there's more coming up on that severe weather.
Well, that's right. We'll have that coming up at 9:30.